What's up, guys? Welcome back to
Hashtag Ask Live Lean TV. We're getting good at it. Right?
Yes, finally we're in sync with each other.
Episode number 21.
21. So let's get into this show. You ready?
Yeah, I'm so ready. Bring on the questions. Let's have some more controversial debates.
All right, guys, so this is the show where we take your questions. So if you want to get your questions answered on camera, go hashtag AskLiveLeanTV. Put it on Twitter is the best way to get in touch. But if you don't use Twitter, which I don't understand why you wouldn't use Twitter. Come on, people, it's 2016.
I don't do Twitter.
I don't do Twitter. You can use Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Or YouTube down below, but like we said, those don't get found as easy, those questions. So some of those get lost.
We skip a few, so sorry if you ever asked one and we missed it.
We don't skip them on purpose. It's just
on purpose,
there's no function to do a hashtag search in a lot of those other those social media channels.
That is the reason behind the preference for Twitter.
Yes. So
but I know that it does limit your characters, which is a problem for some people because we want like your background information to help answer your questions.
It can be good and bad because some people go on too long and then other people don't tell us enough. So I think in 140 you can get to the point. I think you can do it in 140. That's a challenge.
You can do it. We believe in you guys.
All right, so let's get to the question because baby girl is sleeping over there, so we gotta rush this in.
Please, you guys. Be quiet.
Okay, so first question from our homie Cisco Balls on Twitter. See, he's on Twitter. That's why he gets his questions answered. His question is, ever been to Dairy Queen? ? Have any recommendations? Bro.
Who hasn't been to Dairy Queen? And have you ever watched Brad Guthers' videos?
Maybe it's a joke. I don't know. But like, if you watch my older video, if you've been like
so in love with that.
If you've been a long time Live Leaner, you would know that Blizzards used to be the pizza, or they were somewhat comparable to pizza for my cheat meals.
I thought pizza was always number one and Blizzard was number two.
Yeah, but it was very close. Now ice cream Blizzards is not even on the list. Like for some reason, like I just feel when I'm on dairy and the combination of dairy and sugar, it's just a bad mix with me. Like the way I feel, I get bloated, really uncomfortable.
You get like cranky at like the night and bloated after eating it.
Yeah, but if you don't mind, or if you can process sugar and dairy a little bit better than what I can, then it's a great cheat meal to have. I always used to go with Score Blizzards was my favorite. What were yours?
Dairy Queen. I always remember the dilly bar. Like when we used to go on family road trips, my dad would like pull over at Dairy Queen and order dilly bars for everyone, and that was fun. It's like a chocolate covered vanilla ice cream bar.
That's what my parents used to buy me too, because I think it was the cheapest thing on the menu.
Yeah, probably.
It was either
like 50 cents
the dilly bar or the dip cone, because they were like 99 cents or something. The Blizzards were $3, so it was like 3 times the price.
Economically friendly.
Yeah. Okay, enough about that stuff.
Healthy,
let's get on to some real questions here.
Okay, let's talk about living lean.
Yes, next question. Snapchat.
El Michelle wants to know, hope you're doing well. I work out 5 to 6 times a week, and every time I work out, of course, I must shower. But this is detrimental to my hair because it becomes dry, like split ends, etc. Do you have any suggestions or products to use that protect your hair from being overwashed? I'm a female, by the way. Lots of love. All right. Tell me.
Is that a question for me?
No, what's up with the sunglasses?
Oh, it's just the lights are bright.
So bright in here.
That's a question for you. I mean,
I think that's more for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you, I'm a female. I work out sometimes even 7 days a week. I mean, not currently because I just had my baby, so I'm taking it easier right now. But at the peak of things, I mean, there have been times where I've been doing 2 days. So I'll work out up to 10 times a week. And so the short answer is I don't always shampoo hair after a workout, like if it's not a super sweaty workout, because some workouts are sweatier than others. I think if you're not drenched in sweat, you can get by without shampooing. But 5 to 6 times a week, I don't think that that's too much to shampoo your hair. Like I shampoo my hair 7 times a week.
Yeah, for a guy's perspective, like I shampoo mine like every second day. I actually like my hair when it has a little bit of the buildup in it.
Yeah.
And so that's from a guy's perspective.
Yeah, and some people, like I have a girlfriend who can shampoo like once every 4 days.
I just got to go over here to go check something. You keep going.
Checking on the baby?
You keep going. Oh. All right, I'm back. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but there was some clicking. Hopefully you don't hear that clicking.
Okay. So
we're good?
I don't know where was I.
Okay. I think we answered the question. Let's keep moving on.
Did we though?
Yeah, the question was, do you have any suggestions or products? So did you give any products?
So suggestions are you don't need to shampoo after every workout if it's not that sweaty. And products, I don't know. I use different products on my hair all the time. I'm always experimenting, so I wouldn't say that I have any like one product that I love or recommend because I'm always trying new things.
Okay. Next question on Snapchat from Dex2Real. I think Dex2Real, what's up, man? Thanks for all the questions. I think he's taken the #1 spot for most questions answered. His question is...
Above Cisco balls? He's up there.
His question is, do y'all both include pork in your diet?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we have bacon in quite a few of our recipes, and I think... I remember I counted one time how many recipes in our team site had pork, and it was like maybe 16.
Yeah, I mean, in our Team Live Lean site where we put all of our cooking video lesson videos for people, pork is like, it's in there, but obviously there's more chicken and, and steak and salads and, smoothies and stuff. So it's probably less...
Yeah, it's one of the fewest.
From a protein source, it's one of the fewer ones, but I still do like pork. I like buying pork.
I'm not opposed to it, but it's not my favorite.
I like buying pork like a tenderloin and putting it in a slow cooker is really good. And also just like...
in burritos and tacos. Yeah. Like whenever we go to Chipotle, we always order the
carnitas.
Slow cooked pork. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, pork.
Yeah, we do.
Do it.
Okay, so hi, Brad. I was wondering, would you please talk about...
Who's this from?
Oh, sorry. This is from Sarvinuk. Sarvinuk wants to know, would you
Where's this question asked?
Jeez. Snapchat? Sarvinuk on Snapchat wants to know, hi Brad, I was wondering if you'd please talk about the difference between protein powders, specifically organic protein powders and plant-based protein powders. In addition, do we have to have protein shake within 30 minutes of workout, or can you just have some food if you are hungry?
Okay, so I'll answer your second question first. Within 30 minutes is optimal. That's when you're in that window where you want to, restore your body, break it out of the catabolic stage, put it back in the anabolic, the muscle building stage. But it's not going to be the end of the world if you don't.
You don't have to do anything.
You don't have to do anything, but like I said, it's the most optimal way to do it. So that would be important. And
you can just have food.
You said if you just have food, you can have food. Food is a really good source of everything. But the thing with food is your body takes longer to break it down and to assimilate and to basically get the amino acids and stuff from the food. So it takes a little bit longer. So that's why it's not as optimal as a processed protein powder. So I'd go with protein powder if you can.
Just for that post-workout time.
Yeah. And then you asked the difference between protein, organic, and plant-based. So the difference is going to be the amino acid profile from a plant-based versus a whey or a soy or rice or whatever it is. So the whey protein powder, if you can, if it doesn't upset your stomach, it's the highest quality because the amino acids are the highest quality. So you think about the BCA, so the branched chain amino acids, the essential amino acids that your body can't produce on its own. You need it from food. The whey protein has the best of the BCAs.
Well, we prefer organic over non-organic on anything.
Yeah.
So whey powder included.
But if it's so processed to break it down into a powder form, I guess there's a debate and an argument that I've heard is it really necessary to be organic if it's broken down that much? I would say if it fits your budget, organic probably is. And then plant-based is going to have a different amino acid profile. It's going to be lower in the branched chain amino acids, so that the leucine and the isoleucine and the valine, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It's just a different amino acid profile.
And it may work better for you if you have lactose sensitivities. I know, with some of my clients that I work with, sometimes we switch them over to a plant-based protein if the whey protein is upsetting digestion. So it's an option you can try. But on the other hand, I've had people have bad reactions to plant-based protein as well and do better on whey. So it just depends. It's not that plant-based is always safe for digestion. Sometimes it's even worse. So you just have to try it out. One more thing I have to add about plant-based protein versus whey is I've always preferred the flavor and texture of whey, hands down. Wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
I don't know about you guys, but I have never tried a plant-based protein that actually tastes good or has good texture.
So
have
gritty.
You? Yeah, gritty, grainy, and bad flavors. So if you can let us know if there's any plant-based protein out there that actually tastes good, I'd be curious to try it because I've never found one myself.
All right, Live Lean Nation, it's just going to be me and all of you guys because Jessica had to step out with the baby. She got a little salty, and rather than stopping the show, we're going to keep it rolling. So next question on Snapchat from Harmy Hearts 10 says, hey Brad and Jessica, love the work you're doing and really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I wanted to ask you about the most effective training splits for women who do weight training. I'm really fed up with the bro split and double muscle group split. Please suggest a good split for both muscle gain and fat loss. Thanks and best wishes for baby Guthro. Great question. And my answer is going to, and Jessica was just talking to her about this as well. Her answer is exactly the same. The best split for a recomp, and that's what it sounds like what you want to do. You want to gain muscle and lose fat at the same time, which is considered body recomp. The best way to do that, guys, is total body circuit training style workouts. But this isn't like your grandmother style workout. This is when you have to get lift with intensity. So you're not just doing light weights, but you're lifting heavy and you're keeping your rest period short. So I would recommend you check out either Live Lean Formula for Women, and we'll put a link down below for that, or you can check out my Live Lean Afterburn program that has got so many people incredible results. That is what you need to be doing. Keep the weights high, keep the rest period short, hit the big muscle groups, hit full body, and you are going to build muscle, burn fat, and look sexy. So go check out those programs. All right, next question from Dex2Real on Snapchat. He says, what seasonings and spices are in your cabinets? So my preference for seasonings and spices are sea salt or pink Himalayan sea salt, black pepper. We got turmeric in there, cinnamon. We have onion powder, garlic powder. You could also buy like a Mrs. Dash spice that has all those mixed into one. And yeah, I mean, I just love spices. Dill, I'm a huge fan of dill. It really depends on what you're cooking with and what the spices go with. So I will recommend, if you haven't checked out Live Lean, teamlivelean.com yet, our member site, we have all those cooking lesson recipe videos in there where we teach you which spices go with which types of proteins, salads, all that good stuff. So go become a member if you're not a member yet. Next question from Rebecca on Twitter says, I am right in thinking you both don't eat any dairy products. Why is that? I used to just pound the dairy products. So when I was growing up, I drank so much dairy milk that ate a lot of ice cream as well. But since I started changing my body, since I started really researching and learning about health, dairy was out. And when it got out, I felt so much better. There was so much less bloat. I wasn't as congested and nasally. And that's really like one of the only things that I took out that changed it, was taking dairy out. So dairy can be high in bad antibiotics if you're not using like whole milk or organic milk. And obviously a lot of people have some sort of lactose intolerance as well. So if you don't know if you have lactose intolerance, if you feel like you're phlegmy and you have, you get bloated after drinking dairy or eating dairy, that could be a case. But we do still do whey protein, and we do a whey protein isolate, and that is really refined down so the lactose is taken out of it. So that's why we still do that, because it is a very high quality protein. Okay, next question from Dex2Real, made it into the show again on Snapchat, is probiotics worth the money? So this is one of the supplements that is worth the money if you can afford it. So when it comes to supplements, guys, it's does it fit your budget? If you want to put your money towards something, put it towards real whole foods. But if there's still money left over for supplements, probiotics can be a great supplement to take because it's all about gut health. A lot of people don't digest food very well because all the active bacteria in their gut, the healthy bacteria that can help digest the food, it's been basically destroyed over the years of eating bad food that's just wreaking havoc on your gut health. So if you find that you have problem digesting food, you get bloated and that sort of thing, I would recommend you check out and invest in some probiotics. Give it a try for like 60 to 90 days and see what kind of changes you get. If you get a little leaner in the stomach, if you get a little more energy because you're actually digesting the food, then you know that it's working for you and that it's a good option. And the last question, Dex2Real made it in again. Dude, I don't know how you're making it in so many questions here, but you're doing it well because you're getting on the show. The last one is, are mushrooms healthy? Yes, mushrooms are very healthy. I used to hate mushrooms growing up. It used to be one of the only foods that I would not eat. And I think it was because the mushrooms had they're just ugly looking in the first place. They're dirty looking, and then the little hairs on them made me remind me of nasal hair. So the hair that's in your nose, and it just disgusted me. So as a kid, I never ate mushrooms. And then once I started learning about health and I wanted to change my body, change my health, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try. Because if something is healthy for me, I'm just gonna get past the mindset that it's disgusting, doesn't taste good, or it looks disgusting. And I started adding in my salads. I started cooking it in coconut oil with onions. Delicious doing that. Yeah, so it's very high in a lot of minerals, a lot of vitamins. So definitely add in mushrooms in your diet. Get over the fact that it looks like nasal hair. All right, guys, I think that's it. This episode was a little bit disjointed because of baby Kyle over there crying, and Jessica had to leave the show early, but hopefully you stuck through it to the end. We really appreciate you guys watching these shows, listening to them on the podcast. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for following, for listening, and for sharing these guys out as well. Question of the day to you guys is, what type of protein powder do you use? So let me know what brand you use. Also let me know, is it like a whey? Is it a soy? Is it a vegan? Is it like whatever it is, put it down below. I'm very interested in knowing what you guys do. So thanks for watching, guys, and keep living lean.